Hey, good morning, you guys. I'm gonna tell y'all why I've been getting up. First of all, I've been getting up because I have to work, and I've been getting up praying, getting on the praying line, and coming into agreement with prayer partners. I'm gonna tell you all why I want y'all to get on here now. I mean, it's just a habit. I'm gonna let you all. I know it's early and it's Sunday, but surely I'm not the only weirdo that's up. Hey, joke free. I just said I know I'm not the only weirdo that's up. Maybe some more people will start coming in also. I see two people on here, but they're not saying anything. Y'all, God is amazing. Let's see, I see three people. Once I get about 20 people on here, hopefully I will. I know it's early. People should be up getting ready for church or something. Shout out to Facebook. I see somebody on Facebook. Joe Free says he be up early all the time. Well, stop, stop, stop. Hey, Detroit. Hey, Kevin Barnett. Your name just sounds so familiar, Kevin Barnett. I may be thinking about the basketball player Kevin Garnett, but still, Kevin Barnett sounds so familiar. It sounds so familiar. Um, I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get on here and talk about it early. Hernandez Govan's friend confirms that Stray Drop was cooperating. I told y'all that. I think I told you all that. I've been saying that now for years. Um, hey, the real Lil T. He changed his name to She Craves Lil T. I'm having some coffee. So, anyways, you guys, I got a praise report. Let me tell y'all why I've been getting up early. I think I told y'all like my mom is a minister. She's an evangelist, and she's been getting up um always um early mornings to pray, always at 5 a.m. Okay, so here's my praise report. As I always tell people, they should go to get their checkups regularly. Like the guys need to go and start getting their colonoscopies. They used to tell you to wait to 40, but we've been seeing where young women and men have been developing breast cancer, colon cancer, like in their teens, really. So hey, Goldilocks. So I went for my mammogram, and here's the thing: I missed it last year. So stop. So my doctor, I went. I was like, well, I need to go again. So I went for my mammogram last month, right? And so I go for my mammogram, and when you go for your pap smear, your doctor always feeling on checking your breasts and stuff. He was like, well, your breasts feel okay. It don't even feel like you have fibroids or anything anymore. So I was like, well, I missed last year. I want to go. And he was like, okay, yeah, we'll schedule you to go for your mammogram. So I go for my mammogram, and I'm not thinking anything, right? So I go for my mammogram, and how about I get a call probably like a week after my mammogram, and they were like, we need you to come back in because the doctor saw something. I mean, I immediately when she said that, I immediately just broke into tears because I was like, oh my god, like she was like, well, it may not be bad, but the doctor saw something and it don't look good. So I mean, I was, y'all know how you just start getting really upset, right? So so I'm on pins and needles and stuff. So I called my mama screaming and crying, and so my mom was like, first of all, you got to calm yourself down. And she was like, for some reason, um, God had been getting me up earlier to pray, and I had been praying longer. And she says, I guess this is the storm right here. She was like, I guess this is the storm. And she was like, but guess what? You always get through storms, right? She was like, you cannot break down, and we're going to start praying. So my aunts and my mom and all of them, like I had been getting on the praying line, and then, of course, getting up early and praying and touching an agreement because I had to go for my test. And how about you guys? To make a long story short, I went for my test and it was scary because it had two doctors coming in there. He was looking at it, and they was the actual breast that they thought that they was like they saw something on it. They looked at it and they was like, oh, okay, it's benign. They was like, but here's the thing, we didn't pick up anything on your left breast, but when they did the ultrasound, which gives them a better view and all of that, they was like, we see something that was hiding on the left breast. I was like, oh my God. And so I was there, I was back there for like over an hour, right? And so finally they brought another doctor in and they looking at them and stuff. And so they was like, the doctor finally said, listen, we're going to keep watch on it, but I am confident in saying that what we see is not cancerous. It's definitely benign. I was like, oh my God, thank you. So I called my mom and she was like, and even when I was sitting back there, I was sitting back there waiting to go back in, and they kept going in and out. I just started praying. I was like, well, God, and I get emotional. I was like, I'm looking at all of these women back here that have breast cancer and stuff, and um, hey, they've been getting through it, ringing the bell and fighting through it. And some of these women are younger than me. Some of these women are older than me, and they're fighting through it. But I thank the Lord that I it's benign. It's not cancerous or anything. And here's the thing about that. I want for women to start going and getting, and men to go, because now men, for some reason, are developing breast cancer. For some reason, men are developing breast cancer. So I want for men to start going and getting their checkups regularly. Get your prostate checked. Get your one of my friends, when I was telling him about that, I was telling y'all he's high ranking at the Memphis Police Department. He was like, wow, Tam. He said it's something. Because, men are very, private about their stuff. He said, don't you know that I got to go back because my levels are high as it relates to my prostate, and they got to try to figure out what's going on. Um, so I want you all to, hey, good man, Greyheart. I want you all to start going to get your checkups regularly. Men, start being so proud. Like now, if you're in your 30s, or especially if you're approaching your 40s, make sure you go get your colon checked. Make sure you go and get your breast checked, get your prostate, get your checkups. But ladies, please, because now a lot of the foods have hormones in them. Okay, and we just gotta be very meticulous about that. But that's definitely a praise report. So I know a lot of people was talking about she up. I do have to get up and work, but I can confidently say it now. We was also getting up praying because I know my mom and them. I knew I had to go back and they had to go and look at. We was just praying for everything to be okay, and it was okay. And I got some more good news. Um, Goldie says, when I turned 40, I deemed it the year to be more proactive. Absolutely, definitely be more proactive. And it's good for people to exercise, even if you're thin, because some people are naturally thin. But still, if they're thin, it don't mean you don't have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. That is like a silent killer, that blood pressure and cholesterol and stuff. So it's just good to go to the doctor on a regular basis, right? And I got some more good news. So I had applied for some grants, right? And I I was like, dog, the person that's over it had called me a few days back. I'd been so out of it. He was like, "Can I get your address?" And he was like, "What's your sister and them address?" And I said, I couldn't even think. I was like, I'll send you my address. And then I said I can't even remember my sister's address because I was so just stressed out, right? And so, anyways, he called my sisters, and I thought about it. I called my sister. I was like, "Did he call you and ask you for your address?" And they was like, "Yeah." And then he told them, but he didn't want them to tell me. And so it was like, "Yeah." I said, What he asked for the address for?" And they was like, "Well, I don't know." So I thought about it yesterday, and I got his, phone number, and I called him. I was like, I applied for that grant for my organization to start helping these young women, to help these families with missing children and stuff. And did you all choose my organization? He was like, yes. Did you get your letter? I was like, no. He said, well, you were so long about sending me your address. I just sent the letter. I've been sent the letter to your office. It should have been the mailbox at your office. We chose your organization to donate the money to. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. I've been so stressed out about what was going on. Like, and then I checked my other email, and I had two city council women. I had applied for some more grants, and I had two city council women to reach out to me. They was like, "Can we?" Their assistants reached out to me, and I missed the emails because I've been so stressed. Can they have a Zoom meeting with me to talk to me about my organization because they want to allocate funds to my organization? I was like, Lord have mercy, God is just so awesome. So you know what? It all goes back to what my grandmother was saying. While you're worrying about it, while you trying to, what she used to say, when you trying to figure it out, God already got it worked out. I was trying to figure it out, and God already had it worked out. I was up under stress about my health, because it scared me when they called me back and was like, "We see something on your breast and it don't look good." And then God worked that out. Everything is benign, right? And also, ladies, make sure you take your vitamin E, your vitamin E's. That's really good for your breast. Okay. Anyways, Ashley says Richard Roundtree had breast cancer back in the day. Oh wow. Good man Greyheart says one of my homies had breast cancer about 20 years ago. As men, we were shocked because we thought only women. Yes, and more men are over there at that center. I'm telling you, it's more men dealing with it too. They're over there, and they be over there at that center. They be over there at that center too, like lots and lots of men. But the good thing about it is when they have you back there, everybody, because a lot of women are coming back to make sure, that they're cancer free, or they was called back just like I was, and they have calm gospel music playing while you're sitting back there. And I was looking at those women and men and like the looks on their faces and stuff. And I was like, Lord, I just prayed that even though I'm waiting, I just prayed that their tests are negative or whatever it is that the doctor, because all of them were back there too, because they were called back just like I was, because there was some abnormalities. They saw something. And I was like, whatever it is that they see, I hope that theirs is. I was praying for them too, silently. I pray that theirs is benign, or it's not cancerous or anything like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was laying there, and she was like, what? They went and got one doctor, and they was like, it. I'm just telling y'all. It was like we see something on the other one. This right here is a problem. I just closed my eyes and started praying. I was not even looking at them as they was, doing the ultrasound. I just closed my eyes when I was laying there, and I didn't ask no questions or anything because they had me back there looking at that for. I mean, they kept having. They one doctor was in there. Went and got another doctor, and I just closed my eyes and started praying. I was like, God, I cannot lay here and cry or be worried. Crying ain't gonna do anything. But when I finished, it seemed like as soon as I finished praying, the doctor was like, okay, I'm comfortable in saying, we're comfortable in saying that it is benign, it is not cancerous, but we're gonna keep watch on it. I was like, look at God. God is so good. Will Runs Black says, hello, Tamara. I am a recent subscriber. I appreciate you and your content. Thank you so much. Ashley says, try Communication Foundation of Memphis. If there is an office? Community Foundation has great grant. Oh my God. Let me take a picture of that. Communication Foundation. Okay, I took a picture of that. Community Foundation. Okay. Let me take a picture of that Community Foundation. Okay, it's a Community Foundation of Greater Memphis. Okay, I'm going to definitely reach out to them. I know I applied for. I know the city council and the county commissioners um, give out grants every year. Each commissioner, I think, have about 300 or $1 million to give, and I applied for. I asked each one to give my organization about 5,000 a piece. Of course, I'm sure I won't get all of that, but I'm hoping um, with them being interested in what I got going on. And then a couple of them I already know is going to support. I was trying to get all of them to support. So the two that did reach out to me about wanting to hear more. So that would make, I know three of them very well that said that they would support. Um, and if the other two that's wanting to Zoom a Zoom meeting with me support, oh God, that would be so awesome. That would be 5, 10, 15, 20, $25,000. I hope so. Ashley says, most metros have a community foundation office for chat fam needing business resources. But I was so, when he was like, yes, we chose your organization to give the grant to, I was like, oh my God, like I've been so stressed. I had not even checked my mailbox in my office. Hey, Miss Ella, but I wanted to talk about, but that's a praise report, you guys. I hope that can encourage other people to know that while you're trying to figure it out, God already has it worked out. I was getting on here every day. You all were my comfort too. I was working just like when my dad was sick. A lot of people didn't know that when these other bloggers were harassing me, and God gonna make them pay for that. They paying for it right now. It just hadn't manifested because they're gonna pay for the illegal stuff that they did. But there's some stuff going on in the background. But when my dad was sick, I was getting on here as an outlet, and I was not saying anything to anybody. I was getting on here every morning with you guys. Even though I had to get out and work, I was getting up praying. My mom and them, my aunties were getting up praying with me. um my aunties from out of town were calling in, and just coming into agreement, and then I would get on here with you guys. And so I want to thank you all, because you all were like my outlet, getting on here vlogging and stuff. But it really helped me and took my mind off of a lot of stuff to just get on here with y'all and vlog and laugh and have fun and stuff. Ashley says, congrats again. That's a great feeling. Grants are highly competitive and a lot of work. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Hey, James and Iris. Hey, Shan. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about, shout out to Steven. Steven sent me a Steven sent me something on Facebook. He sent me a message on Facebook um of a interview that Terrence Gangster Williams did. Shout out to Terrence Gangster Williams. He did an interview with Vlad, okay? He did an interview with Vlad and he was talking about um he and Govan, communicated and the relationship that he and Govan had. Now Vlad strikes, okay? So I want to pull up that interview. Hold on one second. And it just confirms what I've been telling you all forever, right? It confirms it. But this is somebody that talks directly with Govan from what he says. Okay. Let's see. Terrence being in my chat sometimes. I've seen him in my chat. Very pleasant guy. Um, Here it is right here.
This is what Geico does so your rates won't increase with your first accident forgiveness. Yes. Oh, Geico offers this 24/7 emergency roadside service. Can we change categories, please? Yeah.
For savings and service, get
of course,
more
I
with
still
Geico.
didn't get up early because my mom was like, you don't stop getting up early praying now just because you got the good news.
Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, got sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Young Dolph. He was found guilty of first-degree murder.
Can y'all hear me?
First-degree murder and a felon in possession of a firearm. In Memphis, life in prison is a minimum of 51 years. So he's like,
Can y'all hear me? If you all can hear me, because I don't see the thing moving. Say something if you all can hear me. Say yes if you all can hear me. Were you all able to hear Vlad? Were you all able to hear Vlad? Say yes if you all were able to hear Vlad. Good morning, love. If you all were able to hear Vlad, say yes. Okay, Newton says yes. Huey says yes. Okay.
30 now. If he actually makes it, he gonna get out as a very old man.
80-something years old.
Yeah. What do you think about this whole situation? Because it's a train wreck on a lot of different levels.
I actually got the paperwork. Some of the discovery from Govan. What the history had on Dolph.
Yeah, Hernandez Govan. Me and him spoke. We were actually supposed to do an interview.
Oh, okay.
Because, we had a conversation where he basically said he's just going to accept probation, time served, but I don't think that's what happened.
I thought they pushed his court date back to November 15th.
Well, he's not answering his phone anymore, so
yeah,
I don't know what happened.
He's ducking me too.
Well, his phone just goes to voicemail now.
Exactly. I tried to call him.
Yeah. We were supposed to do an interview. I was going to fly him out the next day and everything. Then he's gone ghost. So I think his situation has changed based on what he thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but he got all the discovery, got all the paperwork on his situation. So he must have a straight drop try to give up murder. Straight drop try to cooperate at first.
Right.
So I understand Govan's situation. Actually.
So did you all hear him say that Straight Drop tried to cooperate at first? Did y'all hear that? Well, I don't see that thing moving. When I don't see it, it makes me think that the sound is not working when I don't see it moving. Did y'all hear him say that Straight Drop tried to cooperate? Are you all able to hear me? Maybe they're not able to hear me. Okay, so did you all hear him say that straight? Did y'all hear Terrence Gangster Williams say that Govan told him that Straight Drop was cooperating at first? Okay, I told you, you're right, Rashad. I told you guys that a long time ago that Ganguly had Straight Drop to a point where he was cooperating. And then that's when Straight Drop ended up getting another attorney. I do believe that that is one of the reasons. I'm just gonna step on out there and say I believe that's one of the reasons that Teasy was taken out, because a lot of people want to believe that Teasy had turned on Straight Drop. I don't think that he had turned on Straight Drop. And then hey, when he got ready to, when Ganguly had him to a point of, throwing himself a life jacket, that's when Luke Evans just appeared out of the blue. And for the record, Ganguly is not a public defender. Ganguly is a court appointed attorney, meaning he has his own private practice, but he has a contract with the government. So when the public defender's office is overloaded and all of that, it happens all the time. They start contracting out private attorneys to take the cases. Okay. Yeah, he should have stuck with the first attorney, because I'm gonna tell you something. Ganguly is known as the what do they call him? He's known at making really good, getting good, hey, deals. Um, I don't think Straight Drop would have gotten life plus 35 years if he had stuck with Ganguly. He was gonna get a lot of time, but it wouldn't have been life plus 35. So, hey, when I saw, shout out to Terrence Gangster Williams, and when I saw, he confirmed that. I said that's what I've been telling you guys the whole time, that is what was going on, and I mean, that's not the first time child that he been at that. Listen, I think I think that Evans was put there to ensure that he didn't make any deals with the states. But I mean, he, mm, I think he did some things without Evans being there. And then I think he got to a point, because he cares about a look. Well, he just wanted Cornelius to tell everything, you know. So when you heard Straight Drop's attorney say, when you heard Straight Drop's attorney say, stop. When you heard Straight Drop's attorney say, um, that CMG was paying for Cornelius's lawyer, he would know, wouldn't he? He would know. I wonder who was paying him. So, because he's definitely a high price attorney. So, so when I saw that, I was like, that's something that I've been telling you all for the last couple years. So I'm glad that he confirmed it. But I mean, I knew that for a fact. So Ashley says he should have stuck with the first attorney. What y'all up doing up this early? I'm fishing right now. You up fishing early? Out here fishing for crappie and bluegill, y'all. Fried fish, y'all fried fish fry Sunday. Oh, okay. I love fishing. I haven't gotten the opportunity to go fishing. I didn't get the opportunity to go this summer, but I love to fish. I grew up fishing. Anyways, you guys, hey, I listen, it just kind of confirms everything, and I still don't think that we've heard the last of Straight Drop. I don't think that we've heard the last of him. It's gonna be interesting to see. And so um Terrence Gangster Williams says that he says that I think he says that Govan gave him the discovery. Hold on one second. Let me listen to that again because I don't want to say anything wrong. I was just trying to make sure you all was hearing it too. Hold on. I don't want to say anything wrong.
An interview. Oh, okay. Because, we had a conversation where he basically said he's just going to accept probation, time served. But I don't think that's what happened.
I thought they pushed his court date back to November 15th.
Well, he's not answering his phone anymore. So
yeah,
I don't know what happened.
He's ducking me too.
Well, his phone just goes to voicemail now.
Exactly. I was trying to call him.
Yeah. We were supposed to do an interview. I was going to fly him out the next day and everything. Then he's got to go. So I think his situation has changed based on what he thought was going to happen. Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah, but he got all the paperwork on this situation. So he must have a Straight Drop try to give up murder. Straight Drop try to cooperate at first. Right. So I understand Govan's situation.
Did he say that Straight Drop tried to give up murders with the S? Meaning he tried to give up some. Let me go back and play that back. Did he say Straight Drop tried to give up murders? I don't know. I don't want to.
He must have a Straight Drop try to give up murders. Straight Drop try to cooperate at first.
He did say that. He said he had Straight Drop tried to give up murders. So that would mean murders other than what they're being charged with.
I understand Govan's situation. Actually, I talked with him on the phone about some of that stuff. And what I found strange was the state had this information about all these hits, allegedly hits. So now, when they said that somebody from the CMG can't pay for the lawyer, oh, God, he's going to jail. So I was like, well, the people been had this information. Straight Drop sister brought that money to the lawyer and said this come from there. So they don't have concrete proof that Gotti or somebody gave her that money to bring to the lawyer. She told the lawyer this where it come from, and he told the people this where it's come from.
I'm about to cash this check for 50.
So according to Terrence, Straight Drop's sister went and got his lawyer's money from CMG and told the feds, or that told the people that's where it came from. And then according to him, he says a Straight Drop turned around and told them that's where it came from. So you guys, like I said, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting to it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how all of this ends, right? As I have been saying from the very beginning, I think that this is just the start of everything. Ashley says everybody going to be caught up. Yeah. But we have been saying it was just more so that Straight Drop. I told y'all, I said, let me tell y'all something. When folks were saying, no, Drop, he dropped to street, he did see that. I said, I'm telling y'all that Ganguly had him close to pleading. And he had him close to doing that. So if he had him close to doing it before, what would make you all think that he wouldn't do it? That he would be so adamant about not doing it. I try to tell y'all that for 2 years now. And then that's it. it's been other, like I said, and I think he did some things without his attorney being in rooms. Dominique says another hit list out. Who's on the hit list? I get leery when I start seeing so many hit lists now. Because I don't think they would be crazy enough to put out another hit list. Now, who's on that hit list, Dominique? Yeah, I wonder who's on the new hit list that's out. That's probably a just the because I think everybody at CMG trying to just duck. That's what I think. I think they're trying to duck. So, you guys, like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how things turn out as it relates to all of this stuff. Like I said, I think it's just the beginning, especially if people feel like they've been betrayed. Okay, we were all in this together. The moment folks, if you tell on me, I'm gonna tell on you. That's normally how it is. You gonna tell on me, I got dirt on you, so I'm gonna tell your dirt. That's normally how it goes when you start talking about stuff like this, right? So, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. I know a lot of people are anticipating. Um, is it this week that is it next week that Govan goes to court, or is it this week? Um, I'll be in training, but so I wish I would, but maybe I'll be able to go live that night or something like that. But I'll be in training, so it's like I said, it's going to be interesting. And then the judge is very, she likes to kind of hold things close to her chest. I think because of all of the stuff that has been, done, like Paul Hagerman said himself, there have been a lot of people to lose their life as it surrounds the Young Dolph's case or whatever. So, um, hey, I think she's trying to be very meticulous about that. But as I told you all, I've been telling you all for 2 years that, but I'm happy that Terrence confirmed it. He says, "How can someone encourage others to snitch and then claim they're not a rat?" I don't know. What's that? Pro Am 5v5. Is that Pro AM 5v5 or something? They speaking in codes on IG. Oh, they're speaking in who's speaking in codes on IG? I hope these young dudes have learned their lessons. Somebody was telling me Gang Wayne is going to be in jail for what was sentenced to a whole lot of time. So you have to think about when all of these these people start going to jail and they start looking at these big numbers and stuff. Of course they're gonna talk, especially if the people know that they've had some type of affiliation. They're gonna start talking. I'm not saying that Gang Wayne was talking, but I don't, y'all. I've been working for the criminal justice system too long. Really over 20 years now, And I know what people will do. I know what they do. So when they was sitting up talking about straight drop ain't gonna talk, I mean, I told y'all what it was. Anybody will talk. Anybody will talk because they get to thinking about shoot. They talking to, don't let them start talking about giving them the death penalty. I mean, they'll tell on their mama. So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I think that this situation has just gotten bigger than it needed to be because so many people kind of added themselves to the equation for money. Okay, they ended up adding themselves to the equation for money after the fact. Hey, I just think that the feds are just factoring in. And remember, I told you all. Now I told you all this almost 3 years ago, and folks they knew I wasn't capped. They just wanted to be able to promote their narrative, right? And I never had a reason to lie because YouTube don't pay not one bit. I told y'all what YouTube do. The YouTube check, pay for water and candy and um, stuff that I put in my office for my clients. I told y'all I had to I buy the good candy. I had to put the good sweet candy in the office because, when you run their sugar up, they spend a lot of money. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Depending on how much money they spend, I pop their wine out. You have to accommodate your clients and make them feel good. I appreciate your money. Here, drink some of this wine and you get drunker. Okay, you buy bigger packages. I'm kidding, y'all. But I mean, I do that, but that's I'm just kind of making jokes now. Um, but I told you all. I told y'all that's what it was. Um, listen. I answered the Crime Stoppers. I worked in Crime Stoppers when I was working for MPD. I worked in Crime Stoppers for all of 4 years, and in 4 years of answering that phone, I used to, hey, keeping it real with Roro. In 4 years, I used to. If you all can hear me, just do a thumbs up to let me know you all can hear me. So give them that Walter. Ooh, I had not thought about that. That Walter. I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all. That Walter is good. It's a sweet wine, but I promise you, it's gonna get you drunk. I'm not a real big drinker, but I drink that Walter because I like sweet wines. It has a lot of alcohol in it. I got some of that Walter. I was in the grocery store the other day. Now they've started putting it in the grocery store, and I got some in there in my wine cellar. And I think I forget what it's another flavor. I love different flavors, but the original flavor tastes the best. Child, you start drinking a glass of that Walter. I just lay on back. I lay on back on the couch, child, because that's why when I go out and I drink wine, if I'm at dinner or something like that, I drink it right, like at the end. I don't drink all the way through sitting there because I'll get drunk. I don't want nobody to get me drunk and take advantage of me. At least if I'm gonna do something, I want to be coherent. I want to be have all my senses. See what they're working with. I'm just kidding. But I'm telling you, but yeah, if I give them that Walter, ooh, child, yes, indeed. Them preachers that come in there to buy airtime, they love it. They be the one they likes to drink. Um, ooh, I shouldn't have said that because it'd be easy for people to know which preachers because they put them on TV. Um, all of them don't. It be their assistants. Um, keeping it real with Roro says, try that XXL 16% alcohol, and it comes in like six different flavors. Okay, Oh my God, I can only drink sweet wine. Like all that other stuff, like that brown liquor. Now I got some Hennessy, I got some Jack Daniel, and I got some brandy. And I only I had that for a very long time because y'all know I had COVID, and then it's good for hot toddies when it gets cold and stuff. And and then my daughter came over here and opened it with her little red face. But I don't drink brown liquors and stuff. I don't like them. Like that absolute liquors like that. I can't drink stuff like that. But I guess I have because I like the Sex on the Beach. That's like one of my favorite drinks. And I think it's got something like absolute or something like that in it, but it's real, real sweet. I cannot drink anything unless it's sweet. So I mostly just stick to wines. I just stick to wines. And y'all know Sweet Bitch is my favorite wine. It's sweet and good. Roro says, has Govan been sentenced yet? No, I think Govan goes to court on the 21st. I can't drink dry wines at all, period. I think Govan goes to court on the 21st. So the 21st is, let me see when the 21st is. Y'all help me out. When is the 21st? Um, the 21st is it Thursday? He goes to court on Thursday, I think. Or it may be the 22nd. It's either Thursday or Friday. And I think that's kind of what everybody is waiting on to see if he's going to plead out or if he's going to plead out or if he's going to go to trial. If he's going to plead out or go to trial. Now, Govan's case is one of those, especially since he's been out. It's weird because I don't know, I don't know if they're gonna drop some of his charges. I thought, okay, I thought that they would, but maybe they look at him as a mastermind. I thought that they would those mastermind charges. I do know they didn't let Govan out on a $90,000 bail for nothing. We all know that, but I thought that his lawyer would have gotten some of those charges dropped, and they still could be. You know, even the prosecutor says that he understands that he was not the mastermind, or they had an understanding of a better understanding of what his role was. But then when Cornelius went to court, Cornelius wrapped that mastermind, kind of wrapped those charges back around him again. Cornelius, if nothing else, he wanted to make sure that he included Govan. He wanted to make sure that. So Shan says she thinks that Govan is going to take it to trial. He could very well take it to trial. He could very well take it to trial. But like I said, I thought because I think we all know that I believe that he had some type of involvement, but I never believed that he was the mastermind or the funder. Because I think they said he actually paid for the hit. I thought at least those charges would be thrown or they would get those, if not totally dropped, could get them dropped down to something else. But it seems like he still got the same charges. Um, nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes except for Govan and the prosecutor. So I think that's why there's a lot of curiosity about that situation. She says he's gonna want to be home for the holidays. Like I said, if he decides to go to trial, it'll be because he wants to be home for the holidays, and and when March comes, he might decide that he wants to plead out because he can. Just because he says he wants to go to trial now, don't mean that that's what it's gonna be. A lot of defendants do that. If it's closer to the holidays, they'll say, I'll go ahead and set a trial date, um, or anytime. That just stretches out, especially if they're on the outside. Their time on being on the outside, and then when March comes, he'll get his lawyer try to get his lawyer to get a extension on that. Um, sure does. Today makes 3 years that Young Dolph had lost his life. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Today makes 3 years. Today is November the 17th. Today makes 3 years, the 3-year anniversary of that. Thank you for reminding us, Nola girl. And then so if he says he's gonna go to trial, he'll mess around and may not go to trial till next September, a whole year from now. And then he might turn around and then say, I want to plead out. Um, but we're going to see. And like I said, I've always been interested more so in the roots of the problem as it relates to Young Dolph. Yeah, I now remember, now I told you guys that he says that Big Jug get picked up and released before Govan. Yeah, I think he did. Let me tell you something. There was a secret arrest. I don't know if I'm gonna tell y'all how I know. I reached out to somebody when they were saying that uh, Big Jug was picked up. I reached out to somebody directly. I reached directly out to somebody inside of that bureau that would have known, and this was before Govan was arrested. And was it before Govan was arrested? Yeah, it was. And when they said Big Jook had gotten picked up, y'all know I'm bad. My memory is kind of bad. And I remember the person was like, I was not at work, but let me call somebody. Let me see something. And they called me back and was like, yeah, I said, I asked, was it actually your goddess brother? And the person was like, um, I don't, it wasn't your goddess brother that was arrested. The person said he might have been brought in for questioning, but that was actually an arrest. They didn't tell me who it was or something like that. I'm trying to think. And then a few days, maybe a week or so later, Govan was arrested. I'm trying to think if because I remember when I never knew who Govan was. And somebody had told me back in like May of that year that Govan that they call him Orange Mound Quit. It looks like he's gonna be indicted or something like that. And they said Orange Mound quits, and they said Teasy, and they said that because I remember because the person that was talking to me said they call him Tez. They had it wrong. Said they call him Tez. Okay, and it was like those two are more than likely going to be indicted or whatever. So then I started hearing a vlogger Later on, I started hearing a blogger. Shortly after that, hearing a blogger talk about it, brought up Quet's name, and I remember telling Demon, I was like, "Wow, that's the same guy that a person I know is very credible was like, they had gotten something had gone on. It was like, looks like he may be indicted in like June or July or something like that." And so, like June, I never said a word though. I didn't say anything about it, period. Um, and so then June came and July came and he wasn't. And then I want to say around August or something like that. That's when they were saying that Big Juke had been picked up or something like that. That was supposedly uh, after he was picked up. There was a secret arrest or something like that. And then, but the secret arrest wasn't quit. And then, yeah, I'm trying to remember this stuff. And then I think like a month later or so, or a few weeks later, Quet was actually arrested or indicted or something like that. It's something to that caliber. I don't know whatever happened with the secret arrest and I don't know. The person could have probably had to have been let go. So, anyways, it wasn't easy. Um, I don't know though. I can't remember everything. It's been so much. People have told me so much. It's a lot of stuff I was told I dare not say. A lot of stuff. It was just I think it's because so much information. That's why I say you can't pinpoint one person as it relates to who was saying anything as it relates to the Young Dolph's case because it was just so many people that was giving information, right? Um, that's why I say, there were a lot of people that may not have cared for Young Dolph, but they didn't want him. They didn't want him. They didn't feel like him being killed was right. You know what I mean? How people say I don't rock with him, but dog, they ain't that ain't right to how they did that. And I think, especially a lot of Memphis guys had issues with because you talk about Memphis street dudes. I think they had issues with knowing that it all really stemmed from. I think a lot of them kind of felt like and had issues with them doing that because they felt like the root of that problem was a girl. So, um, yeah, even if they didn't rock with Young Dolph like that, they didn't feel like they were supposed to kill him like that. So I don't know. It's been a lot of stuff. It's gonna be interesting to see how the federal case turns out because Straight Drop's attorney confirmed that also, right? So, like I said, it's gonna be interesting when everything comes full circle. But what I want is I definitely want the root of the problem, right? And when you start talking about Cornelius and Orange Mount Quet and Straight Drop, they're not the root of this problem. The root of the problem is and the funders, and it's easy for everybody to blame Big Juke. It's just easy for them to do that. But we already know that that's not the root. If I had to guess, I would say that Big Juke was the branch. He kind of held up the limbs. We know the branch kind of holds up the limbs and um the branches of the tree. I got everybody talking about the branches of a tree, right? The root of the problem. We know that the branch holds up the branches and the limbs of the tree, but the root of the tree holds up the branch, right? It actually holds up the branch. I mean, actually holds up the trunk. That's what I meant. Juke was the trunk of the tree, right? And the branches hold up the limbs. Okay, the limbs grow from the branch, which means, if the branches and the limbs are cut, I mean that tree is still standing. It's just gonna grow back, right? It just grows back, which means, hey, what their involvement in it, you have to pay for what you do. They did the very ultimate when they went out there and killed that man. But even if they are tucked away, the only thing that's gonna happen is when people move on with their lives, if that tree is still standing, it's just gonna start growing more rotten fruits and branches and limbs and all of that, right? But hey, I kind of like the way the feds work, right? And the way the feds work is the feds like to dig up the root of the tree. They understand that where the money flows from is the root of the problem. Okay, because it was the money flow that got the branches and the limbs to turn rotten and the fruits on the tree to turn rotten, right? Um, so yeah. So I it's always like that with the federal government. They like to get to the money flow, the money source. That's why you hear the FBI agents and the federal entities always say, "We're going to drain the swamp." And so when they say we're going to drain the swamp, that means we're going to get to the money supply, take them through hell, drain their resources, and then once they drain their resources, they can't fight with them no more, and they end up taking plea deals or get convicted. Okay. That's how they do it. And like I said, I don't understand why anybody would ever believe, when you're talking about the federal government, it's not good try to fight with anything that can't run out of money. That's a dangerous um that's a dangerous situation. That's a dangerous situation right there. Um when you when you're having to fight with something that cannot run out of money, that's very dangerous within itself, and I wouldn't want to do it. Okay. And that's why the federal government wins. How can you ever uh, prepare yourself to go up against anything that cannot run out of money supply? Everybody runs out of money. Okay, everybody runs out at some point. Okay. Anyways, long live Dolph. Hopefully this will be a lesson. Um, hey, I think I've always said, when folks say you pro police, I said, I told you motherfuckers, I'm pro police. I don't hide it. Listen, I worked for the police department forever. Okay. And I had the opportunity to work with to work with police officers. There are some that are just, it has nothing to do with the uniform. If they messed up police officers, it's just because they got a messed up character. They was like that before they ever even came a police officer. Like I said, some police officers get their ass towed out the frame, when they in high school and stuff, and they become a police officer thinking about revenge. This is my opportunity. Some, become police officers, cause so that they can get them a woman, because they've been ugly their whole life. And then the I would say, and then 75% of them become police officers because they want to protect and serve the community. So I had the opportunity, when you work somewhere for 18 years, you have relationships, friendships with people that are lifelong, that are just good people. And that's just their job. That's not who they are. That's just their job. They serve and they want to get back home and they go home, right? So, um, yeah. He says some police are bullies. What I think is that there has to be something that mends the relationship of the police because hey, it's easy for me to say. It's easy for me to get on here and say some things because I have never been on the other side of the law. I understand, you know, that there are some assholes out there. I don't worry about tickets and stuff like that. I don't. But I understand people. If I get pulled over, they're gonna let me go. So I guess I'm not insensitive to the issues that people have. I can't be insensitive, especially those that are out in the streets. I have cousins that are out in the street. I remember a time when police officers used to be very bad. You know, I remember um, one time my auntie's husband around the Tulane area, the police, he had a warrant. And so the police came to get him. All they had to do was I was a little girl. All they had to do was just handcuff him and take him to jail. But they didn't do that. He kept asking them questions. They beat him up so bad, threw him all over the hood, and he was not resisting anything. So that put a lot of fear in people as it relates to the police. There have been a lot of people that have been mistreated or done wrong, just like Tyree Nichols and all of that with that excessive force and lost their lives. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand. But there needs to be something like they used to have citizenship classes. I think that's what they were called, where people would go through these academies to learn more about what the city of Memphis employees did. I went through the academy. Like I said, I injured my hip, right? I injured my leg and my hip, and so I was not able to finish. I had a few weeks. I had about, I think we had 5 weeks left. And so I had to leave because I injured my hip and my leg, mainly my hip. And so I understand, like, when a police officer says to you, take your hands out of your pocket, I need to see your hands. It's not that they're trying to little boy you. That's something that they teach in the academy. Make sure that they show you their hands at all times. Do not let them speak to you with your hands in your pocket. So people have issues with that when they go, I wasn't even on nothing. And I was talking to the police officer, and while you're talking to him, he's looking down at you. If you got your hands in your pocket, it's innocent, but it's just the paramilitary type training. I have paranoias to this day because of how they taught us, and it's been some years ago, about people standing behind me. I don't like for people to stand behind me. If I'm standing in line, I would stand over to the side. You know, I'll be turned sideways in the line because I have paranoias about people standing behind me. That's what they teach you in the academy. I back in everywhere I go. I back in because you can get out faster. That's just, I think that people don't understand that when they go to that police officer, he wasn't right. He's sitting up talking about well, then I'm going to handcuff you. Because some people have habits of putting their hands in their pockets, right? And so even though it may be innocent, if you know he talking to you, you keep putting your hands in your pocket because that's just a habit that you have. But it's a security issue for that officer. And I just kind of think that there's just a misunderstanding as it relates to the good officers, as far as when there are security issues and with people and the distrust, even when there are good officers. And I'm not trying to negate that there are bad officers, okay? But Ray says, do they talk that way in white parts of towns? I don't know, Ray. I don't know. Tambora says, a simple thought like that, Tamara, thinking it's just a ticket can turn into a death stop. Tambora says their mindset and citizens' mindsets are in two different places. Well, that's true. I agree. That's true. And so it makes everybody guards go up. That's why, when police officers pull you over, and they ask for your licenses, go ahead and comply. Instead, I don't gotta show you my motherfucking license. You just don't. You don't like a black man. Show the folks your license. How you gonna win against that? You gonna go to jail. Just go ahead. See, a simple stop, where you show your license. If you ain't got them, they could either give you a ticket or they're gonna take you to jail. If it's a decent officer, he probably just gonna give you a ticket. Tell somebody to come and get the car. You can't drive without a license, okay? If you're real cool, he'll say, I'm gonna follow you home and you park this car, okay? Because you can't drive without a license, but I'm still give you a ticket, right? It's at their discretion. If it's an asshole, he might take you to jail because he can. That's really what they're supposed to do, right? If you're driving without a license, you're supposed to be arrested. So that's the law, and that's what the police are there for, to enforce the law. But and that's what people don't understand. But you make it worse when if this person has had the discretion lies in their hand and you're in the wrong. Who gonna listen when you're wrong? If you know you're wrong and the discretion is in this officer's hand, why don't you comply? Officer, I apologize, I needed to do this and that. Can I call somebody then to come and get the car and give me a ticket and let me go free? He'll probably do that. But I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. He can't tell me to take my motherfucking hands out of my pocket. I'm grown. That's a security risk for the officer, because ain't no telling what you could have a weapon in your pocket. Okay, so people don't understand that. Just keep your hands out your pocket. If they say turn around, put your hand on the car, go ahead, do that. And then they don't see nothing, they'll let you go. Okay. The problem is they're gonna see something. Okay. Most of the time that's how it is. But hey, anyways, you get more bees with honey. Okay. People don't want to just comply. Okay, you weren't going over the speed limit. Hey, take the ticket. You call, ask the supervisor, ask for the supervisor. Tell the officer, call for your first line supervisor, which is going to be his sergeant, if you feel like you've been done wrong, okay? And then after that, you can go to internal affairs. But, I mean, you have to proactively do stuff. He says, personally, I try to follow instructions and get it over with. I hate the assumptions. Yeah, happy Dolph's Day. Shout out to Young Dolph and his family. Today is the anniversary of his unaliving. So today will make exactly 3 years. Can you? That's something. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years, and um, it's been 3 years. I'm looking at something, you guys, and the case is still going on, and it's not even nearly about over. Yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. Y'all know what's so twisted to me? It's like how, I was looking at a video of when the police had pulled Young Dolph over. They had him. When he was down, they had his hands behind, but they let him go. They said his tags and stuff was out or something. And I heard people mad at the police, and they could have very well been wrong, but the way they did him, but they pulled him over because um, his tags was out. The tags was out on the car, but they did let him go. Right? They just ran checks to make sure he didn't have warrants. I've listened to people as it relates to this Young Dolph's case. They were mad at the police officers for pulling them over than they actually was the folks that killed him. They sit up and talk about, when you talk about the people that plotted to kill him, their street stuff. He shouldn't have said nothing. The very same people, them bitch ass police pulled him over. That wasn't cool right there. And they go in. They say they killed that boy. They know they was wrong for that. They put money on that boy head, but that street stuff, they cause that he was rapping and stuff. They make y'all need to see people like that. I watch people, and there's a lot of people that have lunacy. If I'm saying that right, they have characteristics of a lunatic. And so you have to be very meticulous. I hold on to every word that people say. Even if they think I don't know what's going on, I do be knowing, right? I just kind of hold on to it, and I listen to them. I pay attention to them and what they say. I know a damn lunatic when I hear one. Be quiet, boy. I wish I could play one of his songs, but I don't know how to pull it up on this phone. Y'all know I love this song. 100 shots. 100 shots. I mean, I love when he says self-made millionaire. Oh, what a feeling. I mean, you could just feel the emotions of him saying it. What a feeling when you can make yourself a millionaire. That's a great feeling right there. I promise to God, that's a great feeling. To come from where he came from out of Castelia and impoverished area, to make himself a millionaire, to be able to take care of his family, his children, leave a legacy behind, to take care of Key Glock and them are living off of his dream right now. Paper Route Empire was his dream, and he made more millionaires. They're able to take care of people. They're eating off of his dream right to this very day. Okay, so that is just a great feeling right there. Oh, what a feeling to leave something behind, to be able to say my kids gonna know I was their daddy their whole life, years after I'm gone, because he left all of that behind. Now the rumor is that he left behind excess of about 100 million for Mia J and them kids, as he should have. Okay, as he should have. That's what real men. That's what they do. They make sure they have something in place, okay, to ensure that my kids and my woman and my family gonna live the exact same way if something was to happen to me. That's a smart man, because some people just live for the day. They get their first check and they go give it all to the Iranians on their cheap ass, fake ass jewelry that they got. All that ain't real gold. A lot of it is mixed with some more shit, and they go take it all to them. They go start creating generational wealth for other communities instead of taking their money and doing something else with it. I wouldn't want no jewelry. I paid 250,000 for this jewelry, and then when you move, it's clacker, 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 clacker. It's just clacking. Hell, I don't even think no jewelry that clack like that is real. Um, the Black Barber says so. It was okay for them to delete him, but the police was wrong for their doing their job. To be honest, I didn't like how they did it either, but they didn't delete him. Absolutely. Diane says King of Memphis. I think they call him Dolph. Yeah, Dolph is definitely. Listen, y'all get ready to start seeing. That's all right. I got something. I got something planned. We doing a reboot of some stuff. I got something planned. When I come out of training, all of my shows are gonna be different. Um, all of my shows are gonna be. I'm gonna start doing shows again over at my studio. I'm going to have them to go in and redesign my studio. Woo! Lord, I cannot wait. New set at my studio, and I'll be doing. Even though I'll be in training, because I got a great opportunity as it relates to some stuff. Okay, and so I'll be doing that for probably for a while. I hope for a long while, especially if I like it. I'm just excited about the opportunity to be able to even get into the training and work with the people that I'm getting ready to start working with. So I go into training tomorrow. But I'm gonna be back on my TV stuff on the weekends. And yeah. Yep. And then I'm gonna start coming on with my camera on. So child, yeah. Indie artists that partner with the majors. Thank you to Black Barbie. I appreciate that so much. Dominique says 6.2 million work network. What a feeling. Dominique, do you donate to nonprofit organizations that help the community as a tax write off? You said you got 6.2 million. Um, Dominique is a millionaire. Shoot, most millionaires donate to nonprofit organizations. Do you donate to nonprofit organizations? A sister asking. I'm asking for myself. Nola says it's weird people still hate on the deceased. Yeah, it's weird for people to be hating on him like that. My nonprofit organization, I have two. Um, yeah, y'all run the likes up. I have two. One where I work with families that have missing children, girls that have been trafficked. We're gonna start back meeting once a week. We're gonna start giving classes um, on safety. We did that before. There's a young lady in Missouri that does the same thing. I'm gonna start doing it in Memphis. Um, Her name is Miss Della. She does the exact same thing. She has the Missouri state troopers, the Missouri, the branch of the FBI. They come over there, and some officers from out of Missouri. They are always there on the panel. She have people there, and they give out good tips as it relates to being safe, all of that awareness, all of those things. I'm getting ready to start doing it too. In my area, the Black Barber says, Nola girl, it's because they're weak and evil. He says, I always help my community and I'm a humanitarian and I donated to the NAACP and keep a child alive, but I always just prefer to give the people the needs and help personally. Okay. Um, well, that's a good thing. Ray Brown says most millionaires are low key, just not millionaire rappers. I know, right? And most millionaire rappers ain't really even millionaires. They ain't even thousandaires. Hell, they hundredaires. A lot of them ain't even thousandaires. Their asses is still hundredaires. No, the girl, it's because they're weak and evil creatures. God, children of God doesn't do such things. I'm sure. And then they took that man out right like a week before Thanksgiving. Can you imagine that, y'all? Where you should be, getting ready to enjoy Christmas with your children and the holidays with your family. You take that man out a week before the holidays. And here's the thing, I told y'all, and that's why I want everybody to always be aware. Somebody was telling me that as it relates to especially a lot of these gang members and stuff, y'all be very careful because what they do is somebody was telling me around Christmas time, most time people are very relaxed. They're happy. They're in the Christmas holiday spirit. You know, they're spending more time with their children, their family members. Most gang members, especially when they're twisted. This is what they did to Young Dolph. You notice, like when these people start taking out their opposition, it's around the holidays. It is because they're more visible and their guards are down, and they're usually, especially if they got family and children and stuff, where they asses ought to be somewhere, enjoying with their family. They start looking for them because oftentimes they're out with their kids and stuff. They know that they're home for the holidays with their family, enjoying their family. And so they feel like this is our opportunity to take out a human being, because their guards are gonna be down, they're gonna be happy, and they ain't thinking about no opposition. They got their mind on, giving their kids a good Christmas and stuff like that. These folks is twisted. And so what did Cornelius say? Um, I mean, we knew he was in town. I had my mind on he wanted to buy his daughter a birthday cake. Right, a day or two before. They knew he was gonna be home to help to feed the damn communities that they live, they asses in. Dominique says, to be honest, most millionaires drive regular cars like Toyotas or Fords. You got that right. They sure do. They drive regular cars. They'll go pay cash for a Toyota Corolla. They go into the Walmart and buy their shoes and their pants and their shirts. They wear the same black suit. They take it to the cleaners. Um, and then when they pull up in front of, and when they pull up in their neighborhood, I mean, the house and stuff be so big and nice, it's ridiculous. They don't care about what they drive. What they care about is getting into a neighborhood to ensure that it's a safe neighborhood, to ensure that their children go to the best schools. These damn fools stay in the hood, but they backwards. They want to go buy a car. The car costs about $80,000, $90,000. They want to brag about that, but it's sitting out in the driveway. You got it parked on the side of the house, and then the car end up getting crushed because the damn house leaning over to one side, and it them fell over on top of the house, on top of the car. When you drive past they got a 60, 70, 80, $90,000 car, but when you drive past the house, you can see them walking in the damn house because it ain't no roof on top of the house. Sherelle says, "Hey Tamara, I gotta watch the replay, but if Straight Drop was talking first, why would he take his card?" They ended up getting him another lawyer, so he wouldn't talk. I told y'all that lawyer was. I told y'all from the beginning. I said that lawyer was not put there for Straight Drop. Um, DJ Sipsaw says, "Good morning, T lady." Hey Sipsaw. Cars depreciate 30% when you pull off of the lot. Yep. She says, I work with white millionaires and people whose early bonuses are 1 million and none were a Gucci belt. They don't believe in paying all that money for a Gucci belt. They're gonna go into Macy's when they have the sales and get a regular belt. They don't go shopping until they got 80% off of stuff. I mean, they might go buy a Christmas gift, but they go shopping. The millionaires really do all of their shopping. The local millionaires, the day after Christmas, because that's when it's 80, 60 to 80% on everything, and then they go and do their shopping and stuff then and buy plenty of gifts and stuff. Not us. I gotta have me a nice whip. Ciao. Okay. But it's just unfortunate because a lot of our community don't know any better. It's just an unfortunate thing. Diane says people should be thankful and humble for everything God has done for them, but all that vaunting is not a good look. I'd be afraid that God would take it all away. Stay humble. I agree, Diane. Dominique says, "Yep, I had Toyota Camry 2007, living in River Oaks, Houston, wealthy neighborhood, but you got fools driving Range Rover and living in hood with mommy." They do splurge on, yeah, they do splurge on travel. They take the best trips. They go, "Oh, I'm well traveled." Child, you got some of these Negroes. They take their income tax instead of they, and these folks get a lot. They get, I hear they get like $12,000 to $15,000. Ain't never been nowhere, giving it all away, going splurging on. They buy a TVs. They buy a TV. I got a TV in my bathroom now. When I sit on the commode, they go spend all the income tax on TVs. They get a man half. They go and buy a damn lemon car that's gonna be in out of fix sitting in the yard um by by the summertime, and then they sitting up talking about, I went on vacation. Where you going on vacation to? Arkansas, Mississippi. Child, that ain't no damn vacation. All out in the yard and stuff. Killing their own damn breakfast, killing pigs and shit, and they think that's a vacation. They out somewhere in the backwoods of Arkansas. They say that that's a damn vacation. All out in the front yard, killing their damn breakfast, killing pigs and stuff, hollering about they on vacation when they could take that. Oh, okay, don't give me, because y'all know how I get. Let me stop. Right, Atlanta is not a vacation. Dominique says everything I buy or use, Apple, Progressive Insurance, GTA, Costco, etc. Buy the stocks. Let the companies pay your bills or products. I agree with you, Ray Brown. I agree so much. I agree. Mm-mm. So that's why I say, we and then we got to learn to stop having like a small mindset. Why you want to travel there? She said, "Speaking of pigs, I need some crack." And I'm so, I'm telling you, girl. Shoot, they taking pictures all on Facebook. I'm on vacation in Arkansas. This bacon the best, but they done went out in the front yard and killed the pig, killed their own damn breakfast. Then they get mad at somebody else because now Arkansas ain't no vacation to me. I don't want to go to Arkansas. I want to go, way across country. I want to go out of the country. I want to go over to the Bahamas. People get mad at you for because they want you to have that, but you getting like 15,000 though. These girls getting $15,000. Now I see why these dudes let me tell y'all something. We were supposed to do a show on this. These men and their wives are and their main girlfriends that they live with, they are working together to prey on these girls, right? So what they do is when it's income tax time, because his main chick or his wife probably got her man tucked away somewhere anyways. Uh, she be in agreement. She already know he gonna go over there and mess with little slow shell. Little slow Shell got 6 kids and she getting 15,000 in income tax. So, little slow Shell, he gonna go over there, he gonna start going over there, and he gonna get little slow Shell income tax and take it back to his wife and his kids. Okay. And little slow Shell ain't gonna see him no more until next year. These girls act like they don't know the damn game. Yeah, they act like they don't know the game. I wish somebody had told these girls that men are they are providers and protectors, that they take care of what they love. And even if he having a hard time, he gonna break his damn back. Even if he ain't got it, he gonna break his back trying to get it so that he could take care of it. They take care of what they love. Okay? I'm not saying she shouldn't help him. Especially if they're living together. He started having a hard time. Okay, well, I mean, everybody is not in a position to be able to pay all the bills. Okay, so some people pay. They have I guess arrangements. I don't know, but I guess that's what they do. But I mean, as a woman, you sure shouldn't be paying not every bill up in there or the majority. It's something wrong with that. I wouldn't give two fucks about what no man think about me saying that. And I know I got quite a few men on here, and I'm saying that with a lot of conviction. No woman is supposed to be taking financially providing for no damn man. That's not how it goes. These girls got to be taught right. These girls is giving these guys and stuff all their income tax. He said I was gonna hold him down. Girl, that dude don't even work. Why you even want him? He don't work. He can't do nothing for you. You can go get dick from anybody. I mean, you can go get dick from a man that, excuse my French, that's trying to do something for himself. Some of these dudes they ain't see, and this ain't bashing no men, because I talk about the women equally too. I talk about the women equally too. But ain't no woman supposed to be providing for no damn. She ain't supposed to be the main source. Some men, I'm gonna tell you something. The type of men that, even because it's a lot of women that make more money than their man. But that man is confident in himself. He understands it is still my responsibility, even though she making more money than me. I'm the head of this household. And being the head of the household, you don't just qualify to be the head just because you're a man. A king is supposed The king has responsibilities. A king don't just sit on the throne and look at soap operas and fart and twiddle his damn toes and eat up all of the damn kids' cereal. Okay? Other Black Barber says, God rest his soul, but I had to teach him. Yeah, men do need to watch out for gold diggers. They do. If you meet a woman And the next day she's saying, you know, I need you to pay my rent. She might be a gold digger. So I mean, I don't care how fine she is, men, you need to get away from her because she don't mean you no good. That's right. Listen. You want to be with somebody that's got the same mindset that wants to build with you. You want to be with somebody that has the same mindset to build with you. Not coming in looking at what you got and feeling like they're gonna ride your back. No, we build together. But here's the thing though. You have the opportunities to, if you get with a woman and if she is not working, I mean, you don't even have to, you see she don't have she don't have any aspirations of doing anything. She just want to be a kept woman. You ain't even got to continue no conversations with her. I don't care how fine she is. You need to cut it off. But some of these women struggling and they got a man laying right next to them that's watching them struggle. These girls don't understand. Nobody wants to help you if you got a man laying in the house with you. And he ain't working, he ain't attempting to do nothing. Look at the soap operas every single day. He a house man. He just he you know how they say the housewife, he the house husband or house dude. And it's so unfortunate because some women now are so controlling. They're so controlling. That's what they want. They don't want him to work. They go and get these dudes that don't work, don't have any aspirations of doing anything, so that they can control them. He gonna do what I say do. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that spirit, that demon of control is very prevalent in the atmosphere. A lot of women want to control these guys by taking care of them. You can't hardly get. I could see if it's your husband. This is what my dad used to say. My dad used to always say, first of all, if you got a man living in the house with you, and he ain't your husband, and you fall on hard times, I mean, that's his job if he living in the house with you. Okay, so it's don't even don't call me and ask me for nothing. He's supposed to do what is necessary to make it happen. Now, if you have a husband, my dad used to always say, now if you have a husband and you my daughter and y'all follow hard times, I don't expect my daughter to be the one, you as my daughter to be the one to come and ask me, Mr. Rick, can you help me out? We having hard times. Or daddy, he said, no, I don't, my daughter's, he's the head of that household. So if he needs some help and that's the husband, that's your husband, then I expect to get a knock at my door from your husband asking me, Mr. Rick, can you loan us some money? I'm having a hard time. I want to be able to take care of your daughter. Can you help me? I've fallen on hard times. He understand people. He said, I understand people fall on hard times, but I don't expect to get a knock at the door and my daughter is married to that man from my daughter. You don't put my daughter up to come and get y'all out of a pickle. I expect for the head of the household, which is the husband, to come and borrow the money and then pay me back. if your husband lost everything like 2008 because he an entrepreneur, would you take? That's different, of course. Let me just say this: if you got a husband or a man that has been taking care, that you already know he got your back, that man I've been out there making it happen for you, and then he's an entrepreneur, and when you're an entrepreneur, you have a lot of broke months. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There are a lot of months. There have been months that I couldn't pay myself because I had to put it back into my business, right? I was like, dog, I didn't make enough money. I got to pay this. All the bills got to get paid. So who got a lack? I got a lack. I can't pay myself this week. But if you got a man and he's an entrepreneur or he's out there working, he might lose his job. If he loses his job, it shouldn't take him 2-3 years to get another damn job. He ought to be looking for another one. But if he lose everything, of course, I'm his wife. See, I think people have it when women say, I don't know if men are committed to misunderstanding women, or if men, when women say you should not be taking care of these no good ass men, they want to try to make women feel bad. That's not what I'm saying. When I say if that's my husband, first of all, I am his helpmate. So if my husband is a businessman, I'm just gonna tell you like this: he ain't get ready to lose nothing. We business partners, and if it's some, if he happened to, he make a bad business decision, you know what I mean? Then we just, if he lose it, then we just gonna get it back. There ain't no other options. We gonna get it back. Diane says, I will not sit back and watch my husband fall. Absolutely. I would never sit back. If I'm with a man, I don't anticipate shacking up with no man. But if I'm with a man, I know that man got my back and he has had my back. I can't see it. I can't see that man. I just can't see him. I'm not getting ready to leave him because he on hard times. I'm not selfish like that either, Diane. I'm not selfish like that either. I'm talking about these niggas that look for women to come up off of and to take care of them. First of all, I mean, let me tell y'all something. I love it when I it's just something that's real attractive to me about guys that if I start talking to them and they working and they have aspirations of doing something else, or they got a little side business on the side, and I see how hard they go, I'm like, dog, that dude going hard right there. I love that so much. I love to see the struggle. I think that's a blessing when you can meet a guy and you see when you meet him in the struggle. You see what I'm talking about, and you watch him and you're able to be there with them to give him to just to be beneficial, not giving him your damn money. Okay? Everybody has a role, but I like to see how hard people work. I love that in men when they work hard. I mean, that's very attractive to me. That's what I was getting ready to say, Diane. Ain't no man get ready to lose nothing up under my watch. He ain't get ready to lose. He gonna always be a winner. With me, we wins. You got some girls. I had to pay for him. He in her car all day while she at work. He dropping her off at work, going to other women houses. He ain't even they get together. He ain't even got no car. He ain't even got a car. So when I get my income tax, little slow shell already. I just met little Junebug. You know, little Junebug. He talk about he want to get in the game and doing this. I'm gonna go ahead buy his. When I get my income tax, I'm gonna buy. He want to be a DJ. If he wants to be a DJ, he should have been had some damn turntables. He should have been had them. I'm gonna buy him some records and a turntable. Then you know Junebug ain't got no car, so I'm gonna take my taxes and get him a car. And they've tricked a lot of these girls who ain't being taught better into thinking that's a ride or die chick. When if Junebug cared about her, he would tell her little slow shell, save your income tax, baby. Save your income tax. Pay up what you need to pay up and put it in your savings. Because one thing about it, a dude that's about their damn business, when you meet him and he talking about he want to get into something, he gonna already have a lot of it. We get married, baby. You've been working that side job for a while now. We need to figure out you what you need to be doing. Cause more women are good with research. Oh, that's my motherfucking husband. It's time for him to come up off of that job. Cause see, he working and trying to, do his that side business ain't meant to just be a damn side business. It's meant to be the main business. Me and my baby get ready to come up. Let me start doing research. Let me start reaching out to people and seeing what I can doing the research when he out working. I'm doing the research on how we can make that business better. Cause see, it ain't good for a man to be away from home all day anyways. I'm tired of him having to go clock in. Okay. So I need to see, I'm gonna be doing the research while he out working so he could build his clientele. So he can make this the main business. He gonna be his own damn boss. Because sometimes you meet guys and they are hard workers. They just don't know a whole lot about business. That's what you bring to the table. I was hearing somebody say, but now you have to make sure now that man is there for you, has been there for you, because a lot of women jump into stuff and these men don't have no loyalty to them. They don't give they immediately feel like, well, I'm supposed to be his blessing, and little slow Sheldon went and bought him everything to come up and then he leave her. He never had no loyalty to her. He never proved himself to her. He didn't give her his last name, and he wasn't taking care of her. He wasn't working hard to take care of that household. So what you did was you helped to build him up to make him attractive to other women. And he never shown you any loyalty. Because laying in the bed with you ain't showing you no loyalty. It's just showing you that he want to fuck you. That's it. And a lot of these people have lost their mind over some dick. It's plenty of dick out there. You can get you one that's going to treat you right. And even if his dick ain't good, he treats you so good, then your mind telling you is good. Okay? Because when they're good to you, you figure out ways to make it good. Okay? Let's see. Dominic says, what if he can't drive? Well, then he going to have to go take some driving class. Lord, forgive me for cussing on a Sunday. Forgive me, Lord. She says, I have nice things and I work hard to obtain them. My husband works hard. He has gotten perfect attention for 7 years straight. That says a lot. I appreciate his efforts. That's right. Perfect attendance. That's right. When they work hard and stuff. When they're good to you, you want to keep, you want to keep them healthy and fed well, the house right, the atmosphere. But he can't be out working all the time and stressed out from working all the time, and then come home to a nagging woman. Why are you so and so, so and so, so and so? You're going to get a man a damn stroke. If you did something with your time or kept clean up, decorate, cook, all of that, you wouldn't have time to be nagging. Ray Brown, I never said that. I said the better they are to you, the better he is to you, the better the sex is. Dominique says a lot of black people judge a book by its cover and miss the blessing. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. They judge a book by its cover and miss the blessing. Hold on, y'all. It's cold in this house. I turned the air on by mistake. How did I do that? I'm freezing. Hold on. Ooh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. That's why this coffee ain't getting me warm. I thought I turned it. Ooh, Lord have mercy, it's cold. I know I gotta go to the grocery store. I was gonna make me some avocado toast, and I don't have any more avocados. So I know I gotta take my mama to the grocery store anyways. I can give me some avocados. Yeah, avocado toast. What you do is you get keto bread and toast it, and then you can make your own avocados, or you can I like spicy avocado. And you take it and you spread it over the toasted bread. Um, you make it into guacamole. I'm sorry, guacamole, and you spread it over the toasted bread, and then you could bake. I put my bacon in the oven, and you could bake the bacon and then chop it up and put it on top of the toasted bread and the guacamole, and that is such a good breakfast. It's simple, it's easy, and it's good. Girl, I love making spicy guacamole. I love it. And then I'll make enough to, because I spread it over my toasted bread for breakfast, and that's a good breakfast on the go. No, I use turkey bacon. I use peppered turkey bacon that I get from Whole Foods. Ooh, Diane says she loves eggs with her avocado. Make sure you get the keto bread though. Get the keto. I found some keto sourdough bread. Y'all, I love sourdough bread so much. It is such my weakness, and I found some keto sourdough bread. So add fried eggs. I'm gonna try that then. I'm gonna do egg because egg is keto friendly too. My best friend, a millionaire, he didn't want to drive one day and use the bus. He just wanted to be normal and see the city. And he met his wife on the bus. She, too, she a millionaire. Not all people drive. That's true, Dominic. Not all people drive. The people in New York don't drive. They walk everywhere. They sell that sandwich at Starbucks for $15. Oh my God. I'm not a breakfast person, but stuff like that I like because you can eat there for lunch also. Because sometimes when I get up in the morning, I don't know what it be with my stomach, but I cannot eat breakfast because and especially if I eat real early. Now I can drink coffee, I start getting nauseated. Yeah, I like those real thin slices of bread. I love sourdough bread, but even when I eat bread, it has to be cut very, very thin and it has to be toasted. Yeah, the sandwiches at Starbucks is outrageous. The coffee at Starbucks is outrageous too. McDonald's got the best coffee. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is pretty good. They don't buy their donuts is nasty. They be cold. And my mama loved Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, nobody. That's the reason why they changed their name to Dunkin'. Nobody eats Dunkin' donuts. But my mom always tell me, I want some donuts. From where? Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, girl, nobody eats donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. What's up, McName Ace? Hey, Duke Man. It's gonna be a CMG Fed countdown in a minute, early next year or later this year. Well, it's something going on with the federal government. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's something going on with the federal government as it relates to more prosecutions in all felony cases. I'm telling y'all what I know, and that's not cap. And that's on my daddy's grave. It's something going on. Um, it's something going on. I think people need to be worried, regardless to whether they are committing um, crimes against persons or if they're committing thefts of any kind. He said they swooped on Dirk. Hmm. So do y'all think that Dirk is gonna get off? Y'all, they got Thug on 15 years of paper. They trying to make sure that because 15 years is a long time to be on paper. I ain't never known nobody to be on 15 years of paper. I never know anyone to be on 15 years of paper. Do y'all think Dirk is gonna get off? Oh, McNamee says he's seeing people on paper for life. Oh wow. Woo! See, anybody can call and lie on you and everything. Lord have mercy. Kevin says he thinks that Dirk is going to get off. He says some chill drill rappers doing a lot of damage in Chicago, and then brought that to California. I knew dude on a child support papers for out for 15. they they railroaded him. He out on child support paper. How do you get 15-year probation of child support? So what they're trying to make sure that he pays child support for 15 years. If not, he violates. Dominique says, I put in my stock order for Monday for LMVH, Costco's, IBM, Apple, Microsoft, Progressive, Caterpillar, Reality Income. Oh wow. Duke says, Miss T, did you hear anything about Big Boogie CMG chain get took by EBG Moose Slime? I haven't heard that. I ain't heard nobody say anything about the EBG guys in a very long time. Normally, what's the guy's name? Memphis Street News, um, says something about the EBG guys, but I haven't. He has Memphis Street News even posted anything? He posts sporadically. He does not post all the time. He posts every now and again. Let me see, Memphis Street News. I like Memphis Street News. I don't know who he is, but he posted 7 days ago. He says Set facing 20 plus years after being arrested for attempted. Now, who is Set with, you guys? Who is Set? Is he a rapper? What group? What gang is he with? So Ray, you're saying that Qualcomm is a good stock also? McNamee says when somebody first go down, they don't feel it at first. It haven't hit Dirk yet because he has a lot of people in his corner right now. Absolutely. When it gets old and folks ain't, hey, he get to sit in that jail cell for a while. I mean, because they're not going to let him out on bond. I don't think, because he's a flight risk. Ray says since Trump in office, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Lockheed Martin. Oh, I'm gonna look into that. They said that Set is AOB. He says Set is off of Boyd. Set off Boyd. Ray Brown says, yep, over the last 5 years growing, haven't checked in a while. McNamara says Biggie family is suing the Fed, CIA, and in New York City for 100 million. They on their way. Ooh. Y'all, I know y'all get ready to think I'm crazy. But y'all would never believe what the documentary I've been looking at on Netflix. I've been looking at the documentary where the people have been giving their stories about seeing UFOs and aliens. I remember we were actually dating. I was dating this guy and I liked him too. And I remember he said one day, and it was so, I mean, I thought, because he was a jokester. And I was looking up at him one day. We was sitting in his truck and I was looking at him and he was like, I remember he told me the exact year. He's I don't know if I should say it. Maybe I shouldn't say it. But anyways, he says that he got attacked by UFOs. And when he said that to me, it was over. It was over. I couldn't deal with no nigga to talk about it. He was attacked by the UFOs and they did all these things to him. Because I actually thought that he was joking, but he was not joking. But I've been looking at it though. Alabama Hill, I ain't even want to say it. That's what he said. That's what he said. I promise to God, that's what he said. That was it for him. That was it. I was like, I can't deal with no nigga sitting up talking about the UFOs came and got him. And so then I kind of let that fizzle out. And I remember it's just like I just be having bad luck. I don't know what's wrong. I remember I started talking to another guy. I waited a long time. I started talking to another guy. And we was on the phone talking and we got on this subject. We was just laughing and having fun. And I remember telling him, I said, yeah, because I used to talk to this guy that says that, he had an encounter with UFOs. He was like, yeah, that stuff real. Cause I was on my way home one night and a light started flashing from the sky. I put my foot on the gas and I thought they was getting ready to suck me up. I said, that's it for you too, nigga. Cause I don't that was it for him too. I said, Lord, what's wrong with me that I meet all of these crazies? But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now that now that I mean I've been learning more about it. I don't know if they were abducted or not. I don't know if they actually got abducted. I don't know. The other boy said that they didn't get him, but they was trying to get him. He said that they didn't act. The second guy said they didn't actually abduct him. They was trying to abduct him, but he put his foot on the gas and was able to outrun the UFOs. Child, that was it for his crazy ass. But I do believe that there are other life, though. I do believe that. I do believe it, but I don't think they crazy asses had no encounters. Cause why did they bring them back? She said cocoa, a hell of a drug. I remember saying, I do. I remember. I said, God, what's wrong with me? I keep meeting all the crazies. I remember saying it. I said, Lord, look, God, what's wrong with me? I keep meeting all the crazies. I said, I wonder if I'm God, if I'm crazy, just tell me. But I've been looking at those documentaries. I have. It have been some people to have some encounters. He said they had that good. Oh my God. Mm. That's what it was. They probably was on some type of drug. Probably was. Some type of psychotic drug. Oh my God. I'm gonna tell y'all that first guy, I never looked at him the same after that. I just I didn't. I told one of my friends, I said, girl, you never believe what he said to me. And we had been dating for a while. I said, he told me that the aliens came and got him. And he was serious. I said, I don't know what to think about that. I can't. I'm scared of him. They said hallucinating off them shrooms. Magname says that family seen them aliens in the backyard 2 years ago in Arizona. Them men in black pulled up. You don't even hear. That's they moved. Now I believe that absolutely happened. They had pictures of those aliens. It was in Nevada. That's where the men in black did pull up. They had pictures of it. They was videoing it, and those police were looking at them. Those men in black pulled up, and those people moved out of their house, and you don't hear nothing about them folks anymore. I believe it absolutely happened. I believe the alien it was trying to get to Area 54. I believe that because I hear that's where all the aliens come to, the Area 54. And I think that's what happened. His thing failed. He landed in the wrong place. I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all. I love looking at they be trying to erase it. I love looking at those videos on YouTube. If you could ever find those videos of those old CIA agents that are on their dying bed where they did VHS tapes of, like back in the early 90s, they'll tell you all of their missions. They'll tell you about the encounters when they worked with the CIA, when they had those alien encounters. And they said that they had long been communicating the government. I need to say do this and talk about this in codes, had long been communicating with them. They were actually the ones to help the GOV, okay, the Gov, to with the technology that we have because they were already advanced. And one of the agents, the old agents, was like when they was going up to space, they were not telling the truth. Like there are actually other, like it's actually some real stuff. Like what they show us is not where they were going. Okay, they actually have encounters with these little the other life forms and stuff. He said, "Imagine an alien dropping down into America, projects, hoods, drugs, U.S. politics, etc." I don't believe that we're the only form of life in this whole universe. I don't believe that. I do believe that there's other forms of life. I don't believe it is. They was going up there doing something. You're right. That's just what they call it, space. They was going up there doing something. But if you listen to some of those old, because they're not. I'm gonna say. Let me just say this too. It's a lot of retired CIA agents when they retire. When they retire, they become like um, what's the word I'm looking for? They take um, what's the word I'm looking for? They become like consultants. They become like consultants for a lot of um, these government places. Okay. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's weird. Mm. They definitely work with the federal government. Mm. Tambora says fallen entities share technology, war, lust, etc., with those who worship them. McNamee says it's definitely other celestial beings and ETs, especially over the ice wall. Look at the octopus that's on Earth. Listen, they said you cannot get close to Area 54. If you start going around Area 54 and you start even getting close, they will give you a ticket. And if you really start getting close, they'll shoot you down. So it's something going on. I'm like Dr. Minister Farrakhan. It's something real going on over there in Area 54. He says, I can't be concerned with aliens. It's too many damn fools. I'm telling you. I tell you, but that's a documentary I've been looking at now. I got sense enough to know if they allow a documentary to be on Netflix or anything like that, then it's probably watered down because there is a lot of stuff they don't want for us to know in the US, right? So they start watering down a lot of stuff. So in order for it to be approved to be on Netflix, which is a part of that system, they have to be careful about what they give us knowledge of. Then it's probably more for entertainment. They said this younger generation is extraterrestrial. Oh Lord have mercy. They said he said I'm glad I got y'all to keep me occupied till football started. The Air Force manages Area 51 in Nevada. They said that's where the aliens be landing at. When they come in, they be expecting them and they land in Area 51. And that's the reason why I think the alien that landed in that backyard got lost and his plane crashed his little car crashed in their backyard. Because those people had that on video. I wish I could pull that up. I think they've even taken that down. The people videoed that. Hold on, let me. Aliens crash in Nevada. In Nevada. And you're right, those men in black did show up. Yeah, here it is right here.
They saw some fall from the sky. They checked it back here and they saw something with like 8 to 9 feet, no clothes, green colored men, not human, with like the eyes were glowing and they did not. It was not a human being. So. Did you see it? Huh? Did you see it?
Yeah, me and him saw it.
What did you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big
I see a cat.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way that I can, for some reason on this, I'm unable to. I haven't got it figured out yet. How I can share a video from this right here. But those people actually took video of it. They actually took video, and the men in black did show up, and the family ended up having to move out of their house, and they stopped giving interviews. Um, it says, but conspiracy theories can be very lucrative, whether true or false. Key Glock must be with the aliens. He's been no. I was looking at a picture of Key Glock. He just did something with Mike, Killer Mike, and Project Pat. Killer Mike and Project Pat. Mm-hmm. He said Project Pat is a prison preacher. I'm happy he turned his life around. That's a blessing. They said Pat was wild. Yeah, I did an interview a long time ago with Gangsta Pat. It's still up on Facebook. She says Pre should be leery of ATL rappers. A hitter says Camilla ass and her sisters are going after the government for 100 mil for the death of their father. Do you think they're gonna get it, T? Are you talking about Malcolm X children? Is it Camilla Shabazz? I think they will get it. It will probably be a long fight, but I think that they definitely played a part in that on Malcolm X with the help of the brothers, because the guy that took out Malcolm X, he dead now, but they took care of him for a long time. He was still living in New York. He was still living in New York. They knew exactly who did that to Malcolm X, and I think they may have jailed the wrong people purposely. Hmm. And Malcolm X girls are so intelligent and beautiful. I love it when they speak and stuff. He said he glad Pooh Shiesty didn't sign with CMG. Does anybody know when Pooh Shiesty get out of jail? Mm-hmm. I believe that. Nola girl says that her stepson is a attorney in Chicago working on that case. I definitely believe that they deserve justice. for Malcolm X. You notice we haven't had a leader as powerful as Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King since the 60s. I don't think they ever want them to get that powerful. To bring the people together, they know there's strength in numbers. I believe that CIA agent when he said he did that to Bob Marley. Bob Marley was putting a lot of stuff in his music and bringing attention to a lot of stuff that the government was doing. I do believe they did that to him. They said they did something to his grandson. That was his only grandson. Remember, his grandson was killed. They say he had started kind of getting on the path that his grandfather, Malcolm X, was on. And it took him down quick. Yeah, Farrakhan came the closest. They banned him from social media and TV. He don't speak as much. I think he's like in his 90s. I hope he's not deathly ill, but Farrakhan still look good. They grow their own foods. He preached a lot about farming. So buy your own land and farming. I thought somebody said Larry Hoover was free or was about to be free. I don't know why I thought somebody told me Larry Hoover was about to be free. I agree with you, Myers. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm eating cashews early in the morning. I love cashews more than I do almonds and peanuts and all of that. I love cashews. Oh, they say his wife is trying to get him out. Yeah, Minister Farrakhan is not sick, is he? I know he's like 90 something. Has he been sick? Does anyone know? Minister Farrakhan lives in Chicago. Yeah, I thought that he went into remission from that. I thought he had that a long time ago. Did it come back? So his prostate cancer came back? Oh wow. Mm. Oh wow. I really hate that. Oh, okay. Mm. Hey, True Aquarius. Yeah, I've been checking out a lot of the shows on YouTube. It's a lot of people that's starting to build channels on YouTube. A lot of different entertainment. I like that. Miss T, quick question: why Big Head don't post no more other messages? We last one standing shit. He only posts Big Glow. He sure don't do it no more. I think they was posting that when they thought that they had gotten away and they wanted to throw into Young Dolph's artist face and let really just kind of slick let them know we were the ones that did this. But now they don't post those messages no more. Things didn't turn out how they thought that they were going to turn out. Yeah, it's quite a few vloggers that I like looking at. It's very entertaining to me. It's real entertaining. Like I said, I'm proud of anybody, but I'm always real proud. I'm so happy. And I hope that they can keep it um where it, I'm always happy when I see people that have been out in the street find their niche. A lot of these vloggers, you take that energy and you channel that. You can help people when you talk about tell your story of this and that and how you made it out, what you went through. What you went through when you was doing this, you know what I mean? I think a lot of the street guys that are getting on YouTube, they're starting to find their niche. And I hope that they can I think if they just be persistent, they can go far. Everybody always brings something different. You don't have to be a real big personality. I'm so not because I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm very shy and reserved. So when people look at my blog, they probably look at, think that she's so boring because but some people like that. You know what I mean? They said they be like, hold on, Stan G, when he get out of pocket. Stan G so funny, it's ridiculous. Stan G funny to me. Y'all, I was looking at you. Listen. Yeah, I was looking at True Results. True Results put up a video yesterday. Shout out to True Results. Yeah, I like True Results a lot. True Results put out a video yesterday. Somebody sent it to me, y'all. I hollered. When I tell y'all I hollered, I hollered. True Results don't be playing. That true. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. True Results don't be playing. I like True Results. True Results stay in his own lane, do his own thing. True Result says, your brother and the world miss you, Young Dolph. We almost there. Must see. Put must see on.
Here's the secret billionaires have been hiding from us for years. For years, I struggled with bad luck and empty pockets. Then everything changed. A mysterious...
What? True Results ain't playing. He said y'all thought it was over with, but y'all, that's True Results. True Results got a message. He got a message, y'all. This True Results right here.
Manicured toes, any capri pants and parasuit coat. With one or two hoes. Swiss, you know, I know. Touch an elbow. And every time, I know you like that. When I hit it from behind, I'll be right back. Yeah, that's my very next slide. Use it time after time.
True Results. True Results letting me know. True Results don't be playing. He don't be playing at all. Shout out to True Results. True Results is hilarious to me. One thing about True Results, he gonna be outside now. He gonna be outside. He be outside. He said, I know y'all didn't think it was over with. Oh my God. They said YouTube got him riding clean playing that Nelly. He said getting to the money got me motivated. One thing about True Results, he gonna be outside. He a different kind of funny. Stan G is a different kind of funny. Be quiet. Both of them are different kind of funny. I be tripping off of both of them. Yep. Hey, stop. I said stop. But everybody be doing their own thing though. You know what I mean? Who is that? I like Cypress. Cypress show is a fun show. Cypress show is a fun show that Cypress show is a fun show that keeps you where you're able to let your hair down. So like everybody brings something different to the table. Like I be liking everybody's stuff. The because if everybody was the same, it would be boring. But everybody has their own originality. I'm telling you, that's what keep people interested. Everybody has their own little originality. They, enjoy y'all Sundays. I'm getting ready for football. Alabama Hitter, what time football start? That's why Hitter up so early because he be getting ready for football. He must be Hitter. You must get ready to make some football food. That's what y'all call it, football food. What you cooking for football, Hitter? He says, I'm going to look for Cypress. Cypress, they be tripping on Cypress channel. Hilda has a good show. Hilda has more of a, he has, what kind of style is Hilda show on? Hilda does more of a documentary style type show. Another show I like Big Trudad show. Trudad does more of a, his show is interesting because he does more of a like a with his style of the way Trudad style is, the way his personality, he's so laid back. Trudad show kind of reminds me of that show. Hey, stop! And I'm not playing with you. Where my thing at? Are you? Where my switch at? I had to get a switch off of the tree for them. Where my switch at? I can't find it. Yeah, Trudad has a Trudad show reminds me of that show with his style. He's so laid back. He reminds me of that guy that does those shows with what's that guy name? He does that show. He's a Italian guy, and he kind of does those shows with those guys that used to be ex-mobsters. And you know, they were ex-mobsters, and then, and especially around the New York area, they went to jail. They got out and they washed their money. They said they ain't mobsters no more. But all of those ex-mob bosses go to his show, right? They go over there to his show. When I be looking at that guy's show, because I love looking at that guy's show, I'm trying to think of that guy's name. Trudad show kind of remind me of that, and I'm not kidding. His show, his show kind of put me, not Al Prophet, it's another guy. What's that guy named? That because he interviewed that guy Franchise guy, Franchise, and I was like, he kind of Trudad puts me in the mind of that guy, because those gangster, those mob guys, they feel real comfortable in interviewing with that guy. Trudad get the opportunity to interview a lot of street guys, right? And they feel real comfortable with him. Let's see, a lot of street guys that people have a lot of curiosity about. What's that guy name? He interviewed that Frenchies interview. He got about 6 million followers. Good mobster. When I tell y'all go look at it, y'all gonna say that guy reminds us of Trudad. What is it? Franchise? Francis, Michael Francis. Shit, he got his own YouTube channel now. Okay, Valuetainment. That's his name. That's the channel, Valuetainment. That Italian guy that be interviewing all those mobsters. Trudad remind me of that guy. It's real interesting because people have a lot of curiosity, whether they want to say it or not, about a lot of these guys. Not Vlad. It's called Valuetainment. Here it is right here. He got about.
They're guessing whether your expensive campaign will pay off.
He got 6 million followers.
For Sammy the Bull Gravano and Michael Francis. Come on up here. What a strange lineup of guests tonight.
Y'all see how all those people be interested in those street guys like that? That man now, his show, I remember when he first started out, he didn't have a lot of followers. That man got 6 million followers now, and he has an audience now. And he be interviewing all those guys like Sammy the Bull, Gravano. Like, they have an audience of people that pay to come in when they interviewing these guys. People really have an interest in street guys, you know, just hearing it, because I be having an interest in it too. Shit, I be sitting looking, especially when you've been heard about them. And Trudad show kind of remind me of that. Like, he got that style of interviewing just like that guy do. Mama G. He interviewed Suge Knight also. Oh wow. I noticed like with a lot of those mobsters, because I think that guy, that guy's father used to be in the mob. I noticed like with a lot of those mobsters and stuff, they're really comfortable with sitting there talking to that guy. I noticed with a lot of those street guys that be interviewing, they're really comfortable with him. He said that three-head monster is getting good. Listen, that three-head monster show is having me laughing so hard because all of them got three different personalities. All of them got three different personalities, and they all funny to me. So I think that show has the potential. If like I said, now if nobody tries to be Diana Ross before too soon, that show has the opportunity to really go somewhere. As long as don't nobody try to be Diana Ross. And like I said, I think that's when people have a different style of when you see shows and everything is the same, there's no originality. That's what make people bored. I'm drawn to originality. Cypress has a real carefree show, where they just don't care. It's real carefree. They don't be up there throwing shots at nobody, not unless they drunk, because they be drunk. Some of them folks come up there be drunk and everything, but it's a real carefree show. I like Al Prophet show. Al Prophet does documentary style shows with talking about mobster guys. I love Al Prophet show. Shout out to him. He's always he gives me a shout out. He's even been in my chat and he's a member. Okay. Al Prophet is a member. Okay. So shout out to him. He support the show. Um and most people don't, when they have platforms that big, when they look at your stuff, they don't want people to know, but he put my name up there and give me a shout out. I appreciate that so much, and I love looking at his show. He does documentary style, some almost like a similar to like a Alabama Hitter does that, a documentary style stuff. But True that does he gets out, he goes and he does interviews with the guys like in the flesh, just like that man that I was just telling y'all about does. They said Al used to hustle for real back in the day. Oh wow. Shout out to Al Prophet. I like him. Mama G says, rest in peace, Young Dolph, king of Memphis, my daddy's hometown. What you doing, Roscoe? What you doing? Yeah, child. When I saw that video on True Results getting down, True Results said, I know y'all didn't think it was over. Y'all, I hollered. I ain't mad at True Results. He said it ain't nearly about over. He just letting y'all know. True Results is hilarious. Remy, be quiet. Well, rest in peace to Young Dolph. Today is the anniversary of his death. It makes 3 years, that they actually went and killed that man in Memphis, Tennessee at the cookie shop. Today marks 3 years that they did that to him. Yep. There's another guy that I look at all the time that has a good show. His show, he does I forget the name of his blog, but he does vlogs on New Orleans. He does documentary style vlogs on New Orleans. I like his show. Uh is it 501 Street Guy? 501 Street Guy or something? 504 Street Guy. I wonder if my mama up. Let me see if my mom is up so I gotta take her to the grocery store. And I need to go too, so it works out just fine because I need some more avocados. I don't have any avocados in there. I don't have any lemons or limes. And I need to get my my Thanksgiving stuff. I waited too late to buy a turkey. So I'm gonna buy a turkey I'm gonna do a turkey for Christmas. Cause y'all know the turkeys go on sale 60% off the day after Thanksgiving, and then they go back up the week before Christmas. So I waited too late to buy a turkey because they'll be sky high now because everybody getting one. I'm gonna buy a turkey the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm going to smoke it for Christmas. But I'm gonna go and get all of my Thanksgiving stuff. Um, I need to get some cream cheese because I make my cheesecakes in my I make what you call cheesecake muffins, and I make them from scratch. I don't buy the box cheesecakes. I make them from scratch. So I got to get cream cheese. Uh, I bought so many sweet potatoes the other day, it didn't make no sense. So I got enough sweet potatoes for my sweet potato cornbread. And my mom asked me to make my Arabian pasta, so I need to get. I think I got to get some feta cheese. I might have some feta cheese in there. I'm not sure if I got some feta cheese. I'm gonna make sure. I know I bought a lot of Parmesan cheese, and my kids want me to do a lasagna, but I think I'm gonna do a lasagna soup. Tanja says, Tanya says, "Hey Tam, keep up the good work. May God bless you with a never thought bliss." Thank you. I appreciate that so much, and the same to you. So my mom wants my Arabian pasta. I'm gonna make my cheesecake muffins, my sweet potato cornbread. My kids want a lasagna, but I'm gonna do a lasagna soup. I'm gonna do a lasagna soup because that'll be quicker and easier. And that's about it. Because my mama is making everything. She said she's doing dressings, greens. She's doing dressing greens. Um, I bought some potatoes to make sure that she does potato salad. My mom makes the best potato salad in the universe. So potato salad. She always does sweet potato pies. Even though I'm doing sweet potato cornbread, my kids want that cornbread. So do I. And my mom says that she's doing neck bones. I don't know why she's doing neck bones for Thanksgiving, but her neck bones be good. She put them in the oven. She be putting all types of stuff on it, and then she put them in the pan, put them in the oven, and they be good. Um, what else did I say I was gonna do? I think that's gonna be it because she's doing everything. Um, she said she's doing a corn casserole. I might do macaroni and cheese, but he said ain't nobody fighting them puppies. My puppy is outside and she just barks like that for some reason. um I'm trying to think. My mama says that she don't care for my macaroni and cheese because I do like I do like a Cajun macaroni and cheese. My mom does a traditional macaroni and cheese. For me, I make a cheese sauce and I put like three different cheeses in my sauce and it be really good. And sometimes I make a Cajun macaroni and cheese and bake it. My mom was like, "That's not how I make my macaroni and cheese. I don't use all that. I ain't never heard of no Munster cheese and some of the cheese that I like, no Gouda cheese. I just use regular the three sharp cheddar cheese or regular cheese, cheddar cheese, and that's how I make my macaroni." So she don't want nothing fancy. But when I make my cheese sauce, I put Gouda cheese, um Munster cheese, regular mild cheddar, and sharp cheddar. And I put it in I use heavy cream to melt it in and it be so freaking good. And then I season the cheese sauce with my seasons. And sometimes I make it into a Cajun macaroni and cheese. I put my Cajun sauce in it and pour it on top of my noodles. And then I add my different cheeses on top of that. And it be so good. When I let it bake in the oven, oh my God, undefeated. But my mama was like, she don't like those other cheeses because that's not what you make macaroni with. You use the traditional stuff. So I was like, I would love to make a macaroni, but she probably won't eat it. If I do, I'll make a small pan of macaroni. My kids will eat it. Yeah, I get so tired of the dog barking at everybody. Hold on, let me let them back in. Be quiet. Come on. Uh-uh. You already know now. Come back here. You already know. Get off my couch. You know you don't jump up on my couch. Get off my couch. You know you don't get up on my couch. um. Anyways, y'all, it's been 3 hours, so let me get off. I need to. I was ready to call my mom. It's 9 o'clock. She should have her behind up. Well, she gets up at 5 o'clock to pray. That's exactly what's going on to Black Barbie. Then she get up and pray, and then she go back to sleep. Well, she needs to be up because I want to get out and go into the grocery store early before all the freakos get out. I'm so weird. I like going to different grocery stores. I want to go to Walmart. I want to go to. I don't care what grocery store I go to. I don't go up in Kroger. Kroger is too high for me. Kroger is ridiculous. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to do my cowboy corn dip. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. My cowboy corn dip. That's why I want to get out early so I can get back home and put it on the grill. And I'm gonna put 3 chicken legs on there too, so I can have cowboy corn dip and chicken. I'm gonna retire early tonight because tomorrow I'm gonna do some videos so that I could upload for next week because I start my training tomorrow. So I told you guys I was gonna go into training, and I'll be training all the way until like the beginning of the to January, and then after that they're gonna send me on an assignment, which is a good thing because I'm gonna get the opportunity to stay around the Memphis area. So, which is good. Anyways, you guys, listen, I love you guys. I maybe I'll, you know, I bet this is my mom. Let me see. How come I can't never find the phone that's ringing? I can't never find the one that's ringing. I see all my phones except for the one that's ringing. Oh, that ain't my mama. Anyways, you guys, I will definitely maybe I'll get back on tonight, but I don't know because like I said, I gotta prepare for my training starting tomorrow. So um maybe I will, maybe I will. And for those of you all that just came in, oh, I want to tell you guys that you can go back and look at the beginning of the show where I gave my testimony about something that I had been going through. I said that at the very beginning, the reason why I had been getting up very early, okay? And God worked that thing out for me. So I want you all to go back and listen to that and be inspired. And also, I want you guys to remember, go and get your checkups. Go get your checkups, ladies. If you have not gone and got your mammograms, please go get your mammograms. It is so important. Please go get your mammograms. So if something is going on with you, they'll be able to see it early on. They can catch a lot of stuff if you do. God worked that thing out for me. Okay, God is awesome. I had not even been talking about it. Y'all just noticed I've been getting on here every morning real early. And that's because we have been up praying and agreeing and coming into agreement and all of that. And God proves to just be undefeated as it relates to being just everything that you need him to be, right? He's a healer, a keeper, a blesser, all of that. Men, make sure you go get your checkups, go get your prostate, make sure they check your breast too, because more men are developing breast cancer. Make sure you go get that. Men, get your colon checked, go get your ladies too, because I'm hearing that that's the number one thing that's developing in young people, and it very rapidly, like very early on. Okay, and just make sure you keep your checks on you, right? So that if the doctor sees something, they're able to run tests, they're able to start treating you early, um, and all of that good stuff. Okay. Also, I had some more good news that had happened to me also. Anyways, you guys, make sure y'all go back. If you didn't see the beginning of the show, go back and look at the beginning of the show because I came on real early this morning. But I do love you guys. I'm gonna upload some videos. When if I get through training, if I have days where I get through training early or I'm not overloaded or whatever, um, I'll get on here. We could talk or whatever. But I probably um yeah, keep your membership because as I get exclusives, we're still going into the memberships. Okay. I can promise you this, I'll probably be getting more exclusives than anything now. All right, you guys. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.